Hi, my name is Ellen Emmerich. I'm from Minnesota, and I'm an environmental studies major and a literature minor.
My name is Jane Danleck. I'm from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and my majors are anthropology and East Asian studies.
I'm Michael Wessner. I'm undeclared, probably communication major from Philadelphia.
So I started off wanting to do biology and literature, but then I learned that through the biology process I was more interested in environmental studies anyway, so I just kind of transfer over and I love it.
I think that people are really awesome and weird, and so I came here for anthropology. It's either that or creative writing.
Well, originally I wanted to be a creative writing major with a minor in Spanish, because I just really like Spanish and I want to be bilingual at some point by the time I graduate. But then I figured there were more viable business opportunities with a communication major, and a creative writing major would just, or a minor with the communication major would just help it. So.
Being a cultural anthropologist, doing some sort of ethnographic work that helps people.
Oh wow, anything ever. I'd probably be a musician.
Okay. I'd love to be a wildlife journalist, just kind of getting out in nature and being able to observe different species and write about them to hopefully help educate others or provide information for researchers. But that's a difficult career to get to, so I'd probably have to start with grad school and work my way up. I read about it in the book, it's like 40 Colleges That Change Lives. It was also in another book that kind of covered all the bases for what I was looking for in a college, and so then I chose Eckerd.
That book, Colleges That Change Lives, my parents read it, and we were picking schools out of there to go look at.
Well, I'm from Philadelphia, or the area, and my dad's a big sports fan, and the Philadelphia Phillies, the baseball team, plays their spring training games in Clearwater. So when the college application process came up, I just kind of, was looking at schools in the area because we were going to be there for a week, and Eckerd came up, and so I decided to visit. Probably the biggest thing was the atmosphere. I really liked the people on campus. I thought that they were a perfect mix of professional and weird.
It accepted me first, and I thought it looked pretty.
I just loved the atmosphere here. I loved all the things that they offered. It was very hands-on learning. You're kind of in close quarters with the professors, so if you have any questions, you can always go to them, which is great. And then it's like on the beach, it's beautiful. So I'm from Minnesota, which is freezing, so it's great to be in the warmth all year round. I guess just Capo Field, you get to meet a lot of people, and I met some of my closest friends just hanging out there, so it's always a good place to be. Yeah,
I really like the bench by the dog park in Omega.
Spot, probably Roberts Music Center, because there's one piano room that is always open, and even though music isn't my major, I really like it, and so if I'm stressed, I can just leave my dorm at 3 a.m. and just go find the piano and play for a half hour and then fall asleep or whatever. So it's a nice tranquil spot.
So this winter term I went on the Greece trip. We were studying longevity, and it was amazing. We got to go to this tiny little island called Ikaria, where people tend to live over 100 years old. And it's just like a great group of really community-focused people, and it's beautiful landscapes. We got to do a lot of hiking. Where we stayed was right on the Noss Beach, and so we climbed on all the rocks, and we got to watch the sunset. And it was just really beautiful.
I don't know, just making friends, I guess. Like, that's not a specific answer, but I just really find it easy to do so here. Like last night we had a Valentine's dinner with a few friends, and one of my friends just cooked us all chicken, and I made friends with a bunch of people in that dorm just over the weekend, and it was super chill.
Well, there's this really funny time that we were up really late because I drank one of those coffees from the pub, those little canned Starbucks things that I'm pretty sure aren't more energy drink than coffee. And so we were up really late at like 3 in the morning, and we decided to go to South Beach. And there's all this like remnants of a party left out from ELS students, like a ton of like cans and all this. So we were kind of like cleaning it up, and then we were like kind of walking towards the volleyball courts, and there was an abandoned golf cart that somebody else had stolen but left there because it ran out of battery. So we were like messing around with it because you could like turn it on, but it would go like so slow. It was going like under a mile per hour. It was like, and we were like, hell yeah, like just being dumb about it. But then an actual campus safety officer came in the truck, and we were like, oh no, like freaking out about it. And I was like, okay guys, on 3, we'll all sprint. 1, 2, 3. But then no one else ran because the truck was like right there, and I just ran by myself. So then I had to like come walk back. And the security guard was Eddie, the security guard, and he rules. So he was like, oh, can you like, are you on the track team? And I was like, no, I'm just dumb, I'm sorry. So then we explained to him what happened, and then we didn't steal it. And so he was like, oh, can you help me push it back? And we were like, okay. So we're like at South Beach pushing the golf cart all the way back to campus safety. But it was really fun, and then he gave us a ride back in his truck to the beach.